Today we are going to be going through the process of making ribbon flowers out of satin ribbon. We're going to be doing small ones for bobby pins to put on barrettes to put in your hair. So I'm working with a smaller piece of ribbon. This is just over a foot. You can go much bigger with these, or you can go much smaller depending on you know, how big you want your flower to be. So go ahead and find the center, fold it in half, find the center, make a little bit of a crease right there at that center piece, and then rotate it 90 degrees so that your ribbon is in this position. Then what you want to do is take your bottom ribbon from the bottom and move it from the bottom to the top, right over. Then your ribbon on the left, you want to move it from the left to the right, or opposite for you watching. Top to the bottom again on that one, from the right to the left, bottom to the top, left to the right. So the horizontal piece is always going from left to right, right to left, and back again. And your top piece is always going from the top to the bottom to the top, and you just keep going like that. I'm sure you probably remember this in your first grade elementary school class, art class, of doing paper chains, where you did the same process of just folding the paper back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, to create sort of a nice little chain effect like this. We're doing the exact same thing with the ribbon. And in this situation, you want to kind of hold the end together like this, because if you let it go, then you're going to end up unraveling the whole thing. It won't be as tight, it'll be too loose. And you don't have to be perfect with the flaps as you go back and forth either, because actually if you're a little imperfect with them, then it'll actually look more natural, because roses and flowers are not perfect in nature. So keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until you feel like you have a good size of rose that you want. And pinch the bottom and the top between your thumb and your forefinger and hold it very tightly. Then you're going to take one of the pieces, the piece that is not right on the bottom, but the next one over, that's loose, that's wrapped over it, and you're going to start pulling. And as you pull, the rose is going to start taking shape. And you want to kind of work with it as you're going through this process to tighten both the bottom string and the top string, so that you can have your rose look the way that you want it to, and that it is tight and secure enough. So kind of work it. And then there we go. We have our silk flower. So we have one cord, the longer piece, which is the base, so the other ribbon is wrapped all around that. And we'll take the shorter piece and go ahead and wrap that around as you're still kind of holding it securely so it doesn't come undone. And tie it a nice knot around it. This won't keep it too secure, but it will keep it from unraveling. And then tighten that knot up really nicely. And then there we have our rose. And you can take a wire and run it through if you want to stick it in a vase, or if you want to stick it on a bobby pin like what I'm doing, then you can just go ahead and slide your bobby pin right through that knot. And your bobby pin's so tight that you don't need any additional adhesive or anything like that if you don't want to. And then there it is on there. So then what you want to do is go ahead and cut your ends like that. You can cut them any way you want. You can cut them in a leaf shape pattern like that. You can clip them at an angle and measure out a 45-degree angle. You can do whatever you want to make them look nice. And then when they are to your liking, they are satin ribbons, so satin will fray, so you want to go ahead and seal the ends. And you can do that with a fray check or something like that, which is just a little bit of a glue that you put on the very ends to keep it from fraying. But what I like to do is just take a lighter to it, and then that go ahead and seals it. If you go over it too much or for too long, you will actually ignite the fabric, and that wouldn't be very good. And you can also discolor it as well. So you want to be careful. Just run over it very, very quickly just to kind of melt those ends just a little bit. And then there you are. You're done. Perfect for a little girl's hair, a little toddler. You can wrap these around barrettes, baby barrettes, and stick them in the baby's hair. There you go. If you have any questions, email me. Thank you.